You mentioned that another developer was working on the sequel after Radical. What was going on there?
Simpsons had two things. So Simpsons Hit and Run would have been done by Radical.
Okay.
There was a medieval Simpsons game that Matt Groening pitched that was being done at Stormfront after Lord of the Rings. The biggest crime was we didn't obtain Vivendi did not obtain the Simpsons license that they had an offer in. Mm-hmm. So the Simpsons came back with an offer of 5 games for X amount of dollars. It's a really good deal. And Vivendi said no. After the success of Hit and Run.
And what was the logic there? I
don't know. They did games like Cold Winter and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't know, like
that weird time travel one.
Yeah, they did get like, and to everybody's credit here, the sequel was like we had airships, we had planes, we had lots to go on the Simpsons. This was going to be a franchise, no doubt in everybody's mind, and then so EA was able to come in and get the license.
Yeah,
and then pay $80 million to talk about their own games at every level. But yeah, it was sad because I think we had a ton of momentum. There was no momentum lost between the shipping of this game and the work being done on the sequel.
Was the sequel playable?
We had a design doc, a PowerPoint. I think we had a gym. Like we had one thing. I think we had the blimp, the stuff blimp moving around. But like, I don't think we had much more than that because it was like a no-brainer. Of course, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
All right, and Greg, you had set up. We were going to go with pulling like things behind the vehicle.
Yes, you're going to tow things, right? Yeah.
Oh, prototype. Yeah, towing a wagon or a tractor,
which was awesome. Yeah.
Huh. Hey, Chris, do you remember the story pitch for the sequel?
Not in the slightest, quite frankly. It was all over the map because in those early days, kind of everybody just imagines what they want.
Sure.
So I'm sure there were like 12 competing storylines at that point, and everybody absolutely sure that was the one. So yeah, who knows what the final story would have been.
I remember the team just being shocked that we didn't continue on with the sequel because to John's point, like it was a no-brainer. It was like, well, of course we're going to be doing this. It's the stars are aligned. We're treading down this path. And just like yeah, I guess we're not. So it was like just disbelief, pure disbelief.
It was a 5-game deal for like less money than I think that Vivendi paid for the first game. It was like really cheap because they're really happy. I remember getting that call. They're like, yeah, we decided to pass. I'm like, pass on which game? They're like, the Simpsons license. Like, and I remember Steve Burch who sold us to Vivendi. He was our boss at Fox, and he stayed behind. But like, he was just like, I don't understand. I gave it to you in a silver platter. Why aren't you just saying yes and doing these games? Mm-hmm. It was it was a really bizarre decision. I'll never understand it. Most people on the production level never understood it.
If you thought, hey, this video wasn't bad, well, there's a whole lot more like it on MinnMax's YouTube channel. Please help us out by subscribing to our channel and checking out the MinnMax Show podcast, also available on your favorite podcast app, the best, most thorough discussion about games on the internet with the deepest dive, our monthly community trivia show with prizes called Trivia Tower, and a whole lot more. Thanks so much for your support, everybody. All you gotta do is click that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it.